Hey everyone, we are back and we are here with crew from This Is Where We Live. Guys, thanks so much for coming today. We're happy to have you a part of the film festival. So please tell us your names and your roles and a little bit about how you got involved.
I am Ben Fuqua and I produced the film. And Mark here.
I'll introduce myself, I guess. I'm Mark Menchaca, and I wrote and co-directed and played the part of Noah. And the person that we're missing is our co-director, Josh Barrett, who couldn't be in Dallas this week.
So tell us how you all got started with this idea. How did it start coming about?
It all started, I wanted to make my own film, and this relationship that has been very special in my life. A friend of mine has cerebral palsy that I've become very close with. I wanted to somehow share that with other people, and so I started writing the screenplay, and the character of August was inspired by my friend Thomas, that I've known for several years now, and then the rest of the family kind of they were born out of it kind of just came down on the page, but the house that we ended up using kind of informed me of who they were and what their circumstances were. And I guess a brief little synopsis of what it's about. It's about this family outside of a very small town in Texas. The mother is the caregiver to her son, who has cerebral palsy, and her husband, who is in the early stages of Alzheimer's. And her daughter has been bruised by some things in life, and she has some health issues herself, the mother, and she ends up hiring a guy to come in and do some work at the house, and he ends up becoming the caregiver to the son. So it's about that relationship and the ripple effect it has within the family as a result of his kind of entrance into the family.
And so, you being the producer, what made you say, I really want to produce this film and see it come to life?
Well, I'd known Mark for a couple of years. We were roommates living in New York, and I've heard about his friend Thomas over the years that he always spends time with when he goes back to Texas. We're both originally from Texas, and Thomas he lives outside of Austin. And then I knew that Mark also told me that he wrote a little bit and was writing a story, and I was hungry to work and make a movie as a producer, and Mark was just hungry to more so act. I don't even think he even thought about directing one until it started rolling on. But I just saw it was a project that I was working with a friend that I kind of believed in, and a story, not that I kind of believed in, I did believe in, and then a story that was just like, I was like, man, this is an impacting story. It's inspired by a friend, and I just thought the idea of doing that as our first project and working with Mark as a dear friend, and then having, doing a hometown Texas movie was fun. And then as Mark started developing the story, we were just more excited and more excited. And then, people would read the script and give us notes and feedback, and it was just kind of a snowball effect of like, man, we're about to make a movie now. Yeah. And so it was just fun.
What do you hope that audience members will take away from the film?
I mean, I guess the one thing that I hope that they take away is just a real friendship between the character of August and Noah, and that they also take away this feeling of a family that you kind of adopt as you go through life, which may not be your actual family, but Noah does in the end kind of become a part of the family, and he is dealing with some issues of his own with his own family, and he kind of finds a home in this home that isn't his. So I guess really, like, I hope that people come away with with some kind of like uplifting feeling that despite these circumstances that may seem from the outside and not living in them, it looks like this family has just been given some very bad circumstances, but they don't see it that way. They live their life as you and I would, and they just go about their day dealing. That is their life. There's nothing really sad to them about it. That's just who they are.
Wow, very inspirational. Where can people find out more about it? Website, Twitter, Facebook?
We have a website, thisiswherewelive.com, and then Twitter is TIWWL movie. That's the Twitter handle, and then it's also the Facebook page as well. This is where we live, or /TIWWL movie.
Wonderful.
So,
okay.
yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for coming. We appreciate it. Everybody go see This Is Where We Live.